Okay, this video is getting recorded. So, good morning, children. Welcome back to the new class of the first day of the new session 2021. Over 21 and 22, 2021 and 2022, first class. So, it's a very good environment in our school, but you people are going to miss this. It's a very cool environment. Okay, the classes are empty. Very soon we are going to call you in the school. Very soon. Let this situation become normal, and we are going to call you in the school. And we'll have a classes like we did last time. No, last few months we called you in the school in a group wise, and we did the classes. The same way we are trying to do it. First of all, we have to be very careful with our life. So the first instruction for you all is that frequently you must wash your hands. Please wash your hands frequently and use sanitizers frequently. And whenever you talk with any of your family members or whenever you go out of the house, please wear mask. And the mask not made of cloth. Please use the surgical mask which consists of 3 layers. Surgical mask which consists of 3 layers. Purchase it one bundle, 100 pieces. You buy it, use and throw mask. You must use it. Okay. You have to take precaution for your safety. Okay, children. So as you all are aware of the question pattern as you can see on the board, this one I made it for class 9. Yesterday I took the class, first class for class 9. They are very new to this environment, new to this structure of syllabus. So I explained them. This is how I made it. Okay. So as you all know that the entire syllabus is divided into two parts. Part 1 and part 2. Part 1 consists of short questions from civics and short questions from history, which we have already done. Then part 2 is divided into two sections, section A and section B. In section A, you will be getting civics. Civics questions, 3 questions will be given to you. Okay, civics, how many questions you will get it? Civics, you will get how many questions? You will get 2 questions. Altogether, you will be given how many questions you will be given? You will be given 2 questions. 1, 2, 3. 3 questions will be given to you, and out of these 3, you have to do any 2. Okay, and each question will carry how many marks? 10 marks. And this 10 marks is broken into 3 plus 3 plus 4 or 4 plus 3 plus 3. This way the questions are broken. Okay, that we will follow it. Then again, section B, history questions will be asked. 5 questions will be given to you, and out of that 5 questions, you have to attend any 3. So altogether, how much? 30 plus 20, 50, 50 plus 30 again. How much? 80 marks. And 20 marks will be given for your assignment. And this time I'll give you the assignment. And this time I'm not going to provide you the papers so that you can copy it from there. Directly, I'll give you the topic, and you have to collect all the information and make it into assignment. Assignment is you should work on that topic. You should you should do the research work and give us the assignment. But here, what we do, in order to save your time, we provided you the assignment. So this time I'm not again. So now let us come back to our syllabus. As you all have the book in your hand, how many of you have the book in your hand? Just raise your hand. Raise your hand. Abiru, please on your camera. On your camera. Just one by one you can on. Only Abiru will on the camera right now. Okay. Okay, Cecil, you have the book. Okay, children. So last year it was a reduced syllabus. This time we are going to follow the full syllabus till now. But later on, if the situation continues same way, maybe even the board will try to reduce the syllabus. So as you all know that the first topic, that is the first chapter from civics, is all about legislature. So altogether, we have to study 3 topics. We have to study how many topics? 3 topics from civics. That is legislature, executive, and judiciary. How many? Legislature, executive, and judiciary. So, Abiru, can you tell me on your camera? On your camera?
Yes.
And tell me what is mean by legislature. Please turn your camera and reply me what is mean by legislature.
So actually, I didn't watch the video, sir.
No, I'm not telling you to watch the video. I'm just asking you what is mean by legislature. Your answer on the spot.
Sir, actually, I'm not sure, sir, about the answer.
You don't have any idea about it?
Uh,
Okay. Sital Gupta, please turn on your camera. Turn on your camera and give me the answer. What are the three organs of the government? Name the three organs of the government. Sital Gupta.
The government are legislative, executive, and judiciary.
Okay, Pratik Bhattacharya. What are the three organs of the government? Pratik Bhattacharya. Turn on the camera and reply. What are the three organs of the government?
sir, may I try?
Yes, right.
Sir, the legislature, the judiciary, and the executive.
Yeah, very good. First one is legislature. Can you see what is written on the board clearly? Is the writing clear?
Yes, sir.
The first one is legislature, second one is executive, and third one is clear? Legislature, executive, and judiciary. These are the three main organs of the government. These are the three main organs of the government. Okay? Three main organs of the government. So, children, in civics, if you have the book in front of you, just turn the first content page. Turn the content page. Did you? Those who have the book. Yes, what is written? Chapter number 1, what is there?
The Union Parliament, the Lok Sabha, and the Rajya Sabha.
Okay, that is the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, right? Okay, then chapter
Yes.
number 2. Chapter
The
number 2.
Union, the Union Executive, the President, and the Vice President.
Okay, this executive is divided into 2 chapters, right? The first one is President, and the second one is third chapter.
The real Union Executive, the Prime Minister, and the Council of Ministers.
Okay, President and the Vice. Okay. So executive is divided into 2 chapters, right? Chapter number 1 is Union Legislature. Chapter number 2, Union Executive. In Union Executive, we will study about President and the Vice President. And after that, there is another chapter, again, the Union Executive. There is a Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Then Judiciary, what is there?
Supreme Court.
Okay, then after that,
The State Judiciary, High Court, and subordinate courts.
yes. So this is a civic syllabus.
Yes, sir.
So throughout this new session, 21-22, throughout this new session, from civics, we are going to study this: legislature, executive, judiciary. So these are the three important organs of the government. So what is the government? Government is a state machinery which maintains law and order, right? So government, like the body has different organs. If any of the organ fails, my dear, the entire body collapses. The same way, all these three organs are to work together. So they work together. Okay, though judiciary is separated from legislature and executive, but all these three together is known as the government. All these three together is known as government. Is that clear? Okay. So legislature is composed. If I ask you one question, Sital Gupta, if I ask you one question, what are the three constituents of the parliament? Legislature means again the parliament, right? What are the three constituents of the parliament?
Sir, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha and President.
Okay, Lok Sabha. Number 2, Rajya. And third one, Sital?
Sir, President.
Okay. So this is the three constituents of the parliament. Now forget about all these things. This is just for your knowledge. These are the things we are going to study this whole year. Okay. So now we are talking about legislature. So when we talk about legislature, the first thing we must understand is that what are the three constituents of the parliament? Legislature means parliament. Legislature. Okay. One more thing. What is the function of legislature? Legislature make laws. Legislature make laws, executive execute those laws, okay, or implement those laws made by legislature, and judiciary punishes to those who violate the law. So these three together, okay. So legislature, so Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So let me tell you, my dear, as this is the first class, I'm not going to make this class very, very lengthy, but still, I would like to give you an idea about these three. These three are very, very important part of legislature. The questions definitely normally are asked, what are the three constituents of the parliament? What are the three constituents of the parliament? Number 1 is Lok Sabha, number 2 is Rajya Sabha, and number 3 is the president. Okay, so we'll discuss mostly about Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. We'll discuss mostly about Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, children. Now, two things. Lok Sabha is known as the lower house. Lok Sabha is known as the lower house. Okay. One at a time, you can keep your cameras on. After a few minutes, one or two students. Okay. So that it will be very good. So one by one, you do not all together. Right now, Abhirup, yeah, you can keep the cameras on for 1 minute. Then after that, Pratik. Okay. So Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is the lower house. Now the question arises, why is Lok Sabha called the lower house? Why is Lok Sabha called the lower house? Lok Sabha is called the lower house because the members to the Lok Sabha are elected directly by the people. Members to the Lok Sabha are elected directly by the people. The members to the Lok Sabha, okay, the members of Lok Sabha are elected directly by the people. Okay. Now the second one, Rajya Sabha is the upper house. Okay. This Lok Sabha is the lower house. Lower house. Okay. Do you understand? And Rajya Sabha is the upper house. Okay. Lok Sabha is the lower house and Rajya Sabha is the upper house. Did you understand? And lower house represents the members of the state, members of different states. Okay, each member, that every state are given different number of seats, and those seats together composes the member of a Lok Sabha. So upper house, Rajya Sabha is also called the upper house, and it is also known as, this Rajya Sabha is also known as Council of State. Council of State. Clear? Is that visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Council of State. If I keep this side, it's okay.
So one question,
Clear?
sir.
Yeah.
Sir, who leads the Lok Sabha, sir?
Huh?
Who leads the Lok Sabha, sir?
Who leads the Lok Sabha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm coming. We'll come to that topic also. First, the
Okay.
basic questions we must understand. Lok Sabha is the lower house, Rajya Sabha is the upper house. Rajya Sabha is also known as the Council of State. Okay, and this president, what is the role of the president? We'll discuss later on. We'll discuss this later on. Okay, now let us now. I'm going to rub this part. Okay, these things are not required. Okay. So we'll now discuss about Lok Sabha. Okay, Pratik Bhattacharya, why is Lok Sabha called the lower house? Pratik, why is Lok Sabha called the lower house? Why is Lok Sabha called the lower house? Mega, why is Lok Sabha called the lower house?
Sir, because members to the Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people.
Very good. So whenever I ask you the question, please turn on the camera and reply, okay? Along with your mic.
Yes.
Very good answer, Mega. Very good. So it is directly elected by the people. So Lok Sabha. First of all, we'll discuss about Lok Sabha, okay? Then later on, we'll just talk about Rajya Sabha. So what is the composition of Lok Sabha? Who all are there? Who all are the members of Lok Sabha? And how many members are there? How is Lok Sabha composed of? How is Lok Sabha composed of? What is the meaning of composition? What all things are recorded? Like, for example, when you buy a medicine, do you remember? When you buy a medicine and at the back side of the medicine, you see their composition is written. What all things are included in the medicine? Okay. So when you make a fish curry, mutton curry, or aloo bhaji, composition, kya isme dala, right? All those things. Do you understand? The same way, when we talk about Lok Sabha, what is the composition of Lok Sabha? How many members are there? So you can see here, Lok Sabha, the strength of Lok Sabha. How many? Do you remember?
550.
Suppose, for example, how many?
Yes, sir.
How many? Yes.
552
Sir,
members are
552.
Okay. Suppose, for example, how many seats are there in class 10? Just an example. First of all, understand. How many seats are there in class 10? How many strength? What is the strength of class 10? Like, for example, 100 seats are there. How many students can sit? 100 students can sit. Okay? 100 students can sit in class 10. But it is not necessary that every year we'll have 100 students. It can be less than 100 also. Thus, for example, let's say that we have kept the minimum number to 80 students. Okay, minimum number to 80 students. So this 80 students, they come from, some students come from Manglabadi, some students come from Danagaon, some from Dalsingpada, some from Hasimara, some from Gurabadi, some from Devkota Toll. Right? Isn't it? These students come from different areas or not? And all together they are known as student of class 10. They are known as the student of class 10. Standard 10. Okay. So maximum, what is the maximum? You cannot increase this one until decided by the parliament. Until decided by the parliament. Okay, 550. Okay. Out of this 552, my dear, 530 represent the state. 530 members are elected from the state. 530 members are elected from the state. Represent states. Okay, just understand. 530 members are elected from the state. If you have the book in front of you, you can see different states. The numbers are different. Highest number comes from Uttar Pradesh. Highest number comes from Uttar Pradesh. And 20 Not more than 20. Not more than 20. Not more than 20. Not more than 20 represents the union territory. Okay? Did you understand? 530
Yes, sir.
represents the state, not more than 20 represents union territory. So altogether, how much? 550. But it is mentioned 552, right? And the two members are elected from the Anglo-Indian community. Two members are elected. I cannot bend, so I'm writing it over here, okay? Anglo-Indian.
Sir, one question, sir.
With
Okay, sir.
Anglo-Indian community. So, 552. Okay? Yes.
Sir, actually, I wanted to ask, sir, that if India had more landmass, then sir, this seats would also increase, or
Yes. If the population of the country increases, my dear, just for example, just one example, let me make you. Suppose, for example, why do we make sections in the school?
sir, because we have more students, no, sir. Because if more
Yes.
students,
Suppose, for example, section A, section B is there. Suppose class 8, section A is there, section B is there. If more students get admitted to class 8, then we are ready to make section C also, section D also, section E also. Okay? Okay? So,
yes.
that means these seats are decided by the parliament. If the population of the country goes on increasing, then the representation must be proper, no? I must represent more than 1 lakh people, 2 lakh people. So I cannot represent, suppose I cannot handle class 10 of 200 students. Can I do it? As the class teacher, can I manage? No, that is why 2 class teachers, 4 class teachers, 5 class teachers divided in number of sections. Okay, so these numbers are decided by the parliament from time to time. Okay, so 530 members come
Sir.
from state, 20 members, not more than 20 come from union territories, and last one, remember, these 2 members nominated by the president from the Anglo-Indian community. How? What is the criteria? The 2 members are nominated by the president from the Anglo-Indian community only when if he feels that that particular community is not properly represented in the parliament. If the proper representation of the Anglo-Indian is not there, then 2 members are nominated by the president. Okay, who all are these Anglo-Indian people? Anglo-Indian, who all are these? We know that our country was ruled by Britishers for so many years, right? So many of the Englishmen married the Indian ladies, and the generation out of that came to be known as Anglo-Indian. Papa English, mother Indian, and children Anglo-Indian. Papa is from England, mommy is from India. Okay, and that community came to be known as Anglo-Indian. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
If
Sir, I have a question.
representation is not there, just a minute. If Anglo-Indians are represented properly, then these 2 members will not be nominated by the president. Yes, Sheetal.
So why equal number of members are not represented by every state?
Okay, very good question. The question is, how are seats determined in Lok Sabha? How are seats determined in Lok Sabha? The seats in Lok Sabha are determined on the basis of population. Okay? The states in Lok Sabha, some states, they are representing more members, some very low, like Goa, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, very less members. Isn't it? Because the population is very, very less. And which state represents the highest number of members? Who can tell me?
Uttar Pradesh.
Sir,
Large
Uttar
number of
Pradesh.
members come.
Uttar Pradesh.
Yes. Why Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, because more population, sir.
So because it has more population.
Very good. So doubt clear. Okay, the questions are asked like this: how are seats determined in Lok Sabha? On what basis seats are determined? The answer is seats in Lok Sabha are determined on the basis of population. Is that clear, children? Is that
Yes,
clear?
sir.
So
Yes,
this
sir.
part is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now one more thing. Like this is the actual figure of the Lok Sabha, right? 552 seats are there. These are the criteria. But at present, how many members we have? Present strength. Present strength. What is the present strength of Lok Sabha? What is the present strength of Lok Sabha?
545.
545.
545.
Very good. Very good. 545. Who gave me the answer?
Sir, 3 of us, sir.
Very good. Well done, boy. 545. That means 543 representing state and 2 Anglo-Indian. 2 Anglo-Indian. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, how was your first class with civics? Boring or boring?
Sir, good, sir.
So interesting.
Huh?
Interesting, sir.
Okay.
And good, sir.
Okay. So all these things are there again in my channel also. If you wish, you can watch that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
If you want to share, yes.
so in judiciary also, sir, there's a minimum in judiciary also, sir, that is there a amount of seats or no, sir, in
The
judiciary?
number of judges. Number
Yes, sir,
of
judges.
that is something different. That is something different. I'll explain you properly. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Judges. Number of judges are there. Total number of judges is 34. That we will discuss when we discuss judiciary chapter. So this
Okay,
part is
sir.
clear. If you are asked, now the homework for you, get a copy. Okay, long exercise copy. Long exercise copy. Okay, only one copy is enough. And write down the name of the chapter. And the first question to you. First question to you is, why is Lok Sabha called the lower house? Okay. What are the 3 constituents of the parliament? Okay. Number 3. What is the composition of Lok Sabha? Okay. These are the 3 questions. You take it as homework. Okay, children. I'll take this video properly. If it is okay, then I'll upload it in the channel also, so that those who have finished this class, you can watch
Sir,
here also. Okay, children.
sir,
Sir.
Yes.
sir, second question. What was the second question?
What are the 3 constituents of the parliament? Okay. Okay, children.
Okay, sir.
Hope you all have
Yes.
enjoyed this class properly. The word enjoy is not suitable over here. Hope you all have understood the topic properly. So I'll try my best to teach you in a more easier way in future. So till then, please take care of yourself. Keep on washing your hands regularly. Okay, use sanitizers. Okay, properly. Use of face mask is compulsory. And please keep a distance of 1 meter whenever you are with your friends or any of your members in the society. Okay, try to avoid going out to your houses frequently. Okay, try to keep yourself safe. So stay safe, keep yourself happy. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.